Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful time. Extremely happy to connect with you again and speak to you about a very, very interesting topic. I probably think that no one else has spoken about the topic. Yes, you would have seen a lot of people talk about freelancing and stuff like that, but what I'm going to talk about is what what a nomenclature I have given is that eternal freelancing. All of you are aware of freelancing. All of you are completely aware as professionals that freelancing is an entire world out there. People make a lot of money through freelancing. What exactly is freelancing? You pick up independent projects, small or big, and probably charged by the hour or depending on your skills and competencies or based on specific projects. Of course, there's a whole lot of videos out there even on YouTube about how you can pursue freelancing and things like that. But here, what I'm going to talk about is why you need to understand or take up freelancing as a part of your professional lifestyle. The immediate answer, which I'm going to hear from all of you, is that look, we're all professionals. We've got professional life. We work in our own area. We are educationally well qualified, and after that, we've got full-time jobs. We work in those full-time jobs. Hence, why are you telling us to freelance, and what exactly is the eternal freelancing about? Is it some a sheer jargon, or is it something which is going to be very important? My answer is all of us need to be freelancers in this present competitive world. As we all know, the corporate landscape, not in India but across the globe, is changing completely. Technology and artificial intelligence and stuff like that are making an impact on almost on every facet of work, irrespective of which work area. You could be in IT, you could be non-IT, you could be in manufacturing, you can be in pharma, you can be in pharma R&D. You name the specific functional area you in, there is an impact of technology, there is an impact of artificial intelligence. There's no doubt about it. Things like machine learning, artificial intelligence, and a whole lot of things like that are certainly having or beginning to have an impact on the workscape, if I can use that word. And in the long run, maybe in another 5 to 10 years, they'll have a huge impact in terms of how people will be employed, how about the longevity of people who are at workplaces, and things like that. For example, in our parents' generation, they worked for their entire lives for one company. They started off either in the government sector or in the private sector, started off as management trainees or graduate trainees or accounts assistants, and went on till the age of 58 or 59 until the day they retired. There was no uncertainty, and it was all completely assured. The entire career was assured. Progressively increasing salary was assured depending on which level you are and things like that. But today, all of you are aware that that is not the ground reality or market reality or workplace reality. All of us would have gone through pink slips. All of us have heard about pink slips. We know that either one of us, or probably our friends or relatives or people like that, have lost their jobs suddenly. And this incidence of pink slip occurrences are going to only increase day by day. So that is why I say it is not that the so-called freelancers alone should pursue freelancing. Everyone has got extra skills apart from what their core competencies. Yes, you might be an engineer, you might be a doctor, you might be a professional artist, or you might be a skateboarder or whatever. You might be a master of coding, you might be a tech geek and things like that. So that is your core competence. You obviously have a full-time job because of that. But these full-time jobs is not a completely insured full-time job like what it used to be earlier. There is certainly a lot of uncertainty in a majority of our lives as much as work is concerned. Gone are the days when we took things for granted. Gone are the days when we thought that once we join a company in the private sector, we could probably do about 5 to 10 years easily. Even if you do that plans, there are a lot of extraneous factors that come into the fore, and when these extraneous factors come to the fore, the first thing that happens is probably they only want people with irreplaceable skills. Anybody with replaceable skills are going to get fired at some point in time, either in one company. Yes, you can always move to another company, but it is not that when you quit a company or when you ask to go from a particular company today, the next morning you can join somewhere else. There is going to be a gap, and this gap after a pink slip is either going to be small or long, or even extraordinarily long, depending on which space you are in, what kind of competencies you have, what kind of CV you have, how many jobs you have handled in as many years and things like that. So in the face of all this, I would say say that everybody has to resort to freelancing as a lifestyle. Why am I saying it's a lifestyle? Yeah, it is not that one fine morning when you're 45 or 50, you become a freelancer suddenly when you lose your job, and after that you start earning it. That is going to be a very, very gradual thing, and in fact, when you suddenly lose your job, it will be undoubtedly a rude shock. If you ask me, in my about 25-30 years of work experience, what is one thing I should have realized about 20 years back, or what I should have done right 20 years back, is probably used my skills for freelancing and started 20 years back. Believe me, I would have been a much, much better place today, both in terms of where I am in my life, where I am in terms of money, and where I am in terms of my lifestyle. No regrets though, but what I'm saying is, as a good friend and your career consultant, it is my job to advise all of you that it is high time that each of you identified what skills you can freelance and sell them. If you ask me about the ethical dilemma that, look, already I'm there in a workplace, and in this workplace I'm not allowed to do anything else. See, as long as you don't do something which has got a conflict of interest. For example, if you are in a coding job, you cannot do coding as a freelance assignment, but you can probably do creative writing as a freelance assignment. You can do freelance photography as a assignment. So things like that. And obviously this you're going to do in weekends on your free time when you want to pursue your passion. For sure it is not going to affect your work life. And when there is a problem with the work life, and there is a problem that you need to take a break from work, or you are compelled to take a break from work, you always have these grounds to fall back on. You can always look at this freelancing option. So today what I would urge you is to probably consider areas in which you can freelance, identify those skills, probably spend a month or two identifying what kind of skills you can freelance, and start doing it. So that you have wonderful quality of life in the long term beginning today. Again, my whole idea is to not probably dissuade you from having a great career in your present work, or probably build a great career. Yeah, all of us are architects of our career, and it is very, very important that we are all we shine there as stars. But unfortunately, in today's job market, there are a lot of extraneous factors which really we don't have control on, and it is that because of that precise reason I'm urging each one of you to pick up freelancing as an option. If you want to look at the modus operandi as to how you should freelance, where you can freelance, you just have to go across multiple channels in YouTube and things like that. But of course, there are a number of places. For example, if you ask me about a couple of sites which help you in freelancing, you have Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, and Upwork.com, Upwork.com. So there are a host, and freelancing.com as well. These are the three sites which come to my mind. There are a host of similar sites, and in a place like Fiverr, it is extremely simple. All you have to do is to create your identity using your credentials, and then you can create a number of gigs based on what your skills are, what kind of projects you can deliver, and you can do it at your own pace. It is not that there is going to be some kind of pressure and things like that. But what happens is, once you start doing it, it becomes a part of your lifestyle, and you always have some kind of a secondary income, which is very, very important in today's competitive lifestyle and probably peer pressure driven lifestyle. So I will tell you, believe me, the future is going to be of the eternal freelancing professionals. All of us are freelancers, all of us need to become freelancers, and all of us for the rest of our life, irrespective of where you are in which point of your life you are. You can be a graduate who just passed out from college, you can be someone who's a manager with about 10 years of experience, or you can be even a very, very senior professional who's about 20-25 years of experience in a particular area. You must remember that all these years there is a particular sphere of competencies which you've never used. There's something which you're very passionate about which you've not used. So there is a whole set of things which you could have done, but you were not done because you really didn't think on those lines. You are very, very dedicated as a professional. You wanted to make sure that you shine extremely well as a professional, and probably your only goal was to become a high-flying professional in your chosen area based on your education and your experience. But what happens is, I keep going back to the point that it is all fine as long as everything goes on track. But the moment there are extraneous factors that come into play, it can be a bad boss, it can be a toxic workplace, it can be a big change in the marketplace out there, it can be the impact of technology like artificial intelligence, machine learning, etc. So when these things happen, for sure, one fine morning when we might be given the pink slip, and if we don't have any alternate plans or alternate occupation, then we're really going to be shocked for our entire life, and at least for a temporary time. I mean, I'm saying something like like 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, etc., depending on how much of savings you have, what kind of family situation you are in, etc. You are really completely going to be thrown out of gear if you really don't think about freelancing an option. So that is why I said all of us, irrespective of where we are in life, what we do in life, should look at things, look at skills apart from core skills which you can sell there in the marketplace. You have a number of ways you can sell. You can create your own website for your core skills. You can create your own website for your passions. Of course, today social media is extremely powerful. You can use platforms like Instagram, Facebook, etc., to market your additional skills to the world out there, and probably through references and through these social media platforms, you're bound to get inquiries and you're bound to get business which you can convert in your free time. Yes, you can do it in your free time when you are on a full-time work, but the moment there is some problem with the full-time work, you can always without any worry, without any second thought, pursue this secondary career as long as it is required. You can do it probably for a few years, you can do it for a few months, but you can even do it for the rest of the life. That is why I said, always in today's world, everybody needs to be an eternal freelancer. The age of being an eternal freelancer has arrived, and it is here and now. There is no two ways about it. There are thousands of channels that spoke about freelancing and things like that, but I'm sure nobody gave you this perspective of how important it is for each one of us to be an eternal freelancer. So what I really urge you through this particular short video is, be an eternal freelancer, understand what freelancing is, and whichever stage of career or work life you are in, become a freelancer, try and nurture some skills, nurture your passion, and see whether you can monetize those passions and become an eternal freelancer. This is my message, and I'm sure this message is very, very important to you. Kindly comment as to what exactly you think about being an eternal freelancer. Would you want to be an eternal freelancer, or you think freelancing is not a cup of tea because you have a very, very firm job, you are very, very comfortably settled and things like that? And also ask me more questions about freelancing, etc. I'll try and answer them in separate videos. Have a wonderful life ahead, have a wonderful time ahead with your family, and have a fantastic career ahead. I also wish you a great career in freelancing, just in case you choose to. Thank you. Feel free to like and subscribe if you feel like. Thanks a lot. Have a wonderful time.